right, I'm super excited to be here with Tice Glenn, our mindset coach inside of the Business Building Boutique. We're going to talk to you today about a fun announcement that we have. We are bringing back our most beloved program. Actually, I would say a program where maybe we have the biggest and best, most consistent client results. We're bringing it back. So, Tice, I'm super excited to have you here today. We're going to talk about what you can expect in the fast track.
Yes. So, Debbie, I have the blessing, I would say, that I was your client in the VIP, and then I was a coach for the fast track with you. And so I could feel both of the two worlds and the differences. I'm so excited we're bringing this back because it works. It was a really good program. We had a lot of fun. The clients are so amazing, like real doers. And I felt like it would be really good for us to share a little bit here the difference, right? Like, why would someone choose the VIP program or the fast track program? And a lot of times the decision comes down to money, but we would like to share with everyone a different perspective of how can we see this opportunity of coaching with us without thinking of the money, right? Like not allowing the money to be the decision maker, but just what you expect inside of this fast track coaching experience that we have.
Okay, well, I'm going to pause for a moment and talk about the money because let's get that out of the way right away. I will talk to you guys about the pricing here in just a moment. But what I want you to know is the pricing is literally like you getting a couple of clients. As a beginner, that's what the cost of our program is. You get a couple of clients, and that is our goal in this program, is to help you land clients. That's the entire purpose of it, is to grow your coaching business. It is just literally, we've made it a no-brainer. We've made it very accessible to everybody. So talk about, Thais, the coaching that is involved in the fast track, because I think that's really the piece of what we offer that is for sure different than what anybody else offers and the most value.
Yeah, I agree with you. That is the most valuable, especially in a world today with the AI that you can basically ask any questions, right? And you get the answer right away. Everyone can just go there or Google or find the answers because it is out there and you have plenty of books. The difference here, it's really the coaching, right? It's that we do give a lot of information of how to. We have informations, the educational information that we offer. But the difference is that answering every single question that you might have, right? Really giving you not just what is the next step that you would take, but how do I add a link to this button on my email, right? Like that specific, it's having that one person right there to brainstorm with you, to really understand what is the problem in the first place. Something that I say to my clients and my children all the time is that every problem has a solution. The only problem is when you don't know what the problem is, right? And then you're here swimming in this sea, not really sure where to go. But as soon as we have the problem, now we can find the solution. And that's what I think, Debbie, you are so good as a business coach or a business strategist, because you're able to see it almost like from the up, and like you can see what it is that where you're stuck and why, and strategize with the clients to really understand what they need to do right now, not in 2 years from now, but today. And that is what I really saw in that coaching, especially the VIP, we have that too. So of course, you are giving out the strategy, but the fast track, they only met with us once a week and they need to make it count. So basically all of the clients, I would say, they would come in with their questions, ready to learn, ready to do it, and really taking the steps right after the call that we had to get the results that they want. And at the end of the day, if you're a coach, the result you want is to have a business with clients, right? You don't just want to have the business, all beautiful websites. You want to be able to have the clients too. And that is what we were able to do consistently with our clients inside of the fast track.
So I want to talk about fear because, and again, we'll share all the details of the fast track in a moment, but fear, as you're listening to me, is a real thing about making the wrong decision. In fact, I am in conversation with somebody right now that wants to enroll in the fast track. And bless her heart. And for all of you guys that have bought coaching, including myself and including you, Tice, I know where we did not get what we wanted. It's hard to bet on yourself again. And it's hard to imagine that what we say we're going to do with you is what it is. But what I really believe is that And for this client, I said, you've bought a lot of courses, you've hired a lot of coaches, you've picked people's brains, but you're picking the wrong, your peers don't have answers. A course can't give you specific direction. And that is literally the difference. It's very difficult at that point then to almost imagine that that's possible, that we're really going to understand your niche, understand where you're at, know what your goals are, kind of understand what your style of navigating business is, to be able to give you the next direction, or to be giving you, like Thais, you're our mindset coach, to be giving you the mindset coaching. Like this particular client, if she comes to work with us, I know that she's got this fear of her not being able to do actually what we tell her. So it's actually not about us in this case. And we talk about this a lot. Sometimes the problem with people joining our program is they're afraid of themselves not doing the work.
Yes. Yes, it's true, right? Like having that confidence that, sometimes we have this growth mindset of, I can do this, right? Like I can. And then you see in the industry and someone made 6 figures and you're like, oh, but I know I can do this. But then it's much easier for you to just stay in the dream of I can, because that feels so lovable. It feels such a self-love situation. But then how do you take that one step to actually do it, to be capable of doing the things that you tell yourself you need to do? And that it comes down, you're right, it comes down to the belief in yourself and the self-confidence that I can follow these steps, I can do this. But again, that's what I love, your roadmap and the way you set up this program, because it really gives you the step by step. It's not just let's build the business. It is let's make sure we have an authentic niche that really connects with you. And then let's have an authentic brand that fits your style, your personality, your way of coaching. And then let's create, like, you have the step by step in such a way that makes sense. It's not just this big thing of let's build a business. It's let's do everything that we need to do. And we are here to support you in every single step of the way, right? It's not just here, week 1, we do this. And if you did, great. If you didn't, too bad. It's like, no, sometimes it takes you a little bit longer to take one step. And we are here to support you, answering the questions, asking you some questions. So yeah, the fear is valid. You're right. There is a reason to be afraid. And that's where we come in with that confidence and we know how to help you, even when you're feeling fear that maybe you are not fully confident that you can create a business. You're confident in coaching, but not in create a business.
And one of the great things that I want to point out is that we have so many testimonials as we decided to, and I'm so grateful to every single client who has taken the time to give us feedback. And they're so gracious about it. They want to, it's like they want to be our spokespeople. They want to tell and, show how valuable the actual program is, because they too were people who were doubting, like, should I do this? So if you are listening and you're like, I know, but she sounds just like everybody else making promises, what I want to tell you is, first of all, you can listen to me on my podcast. I've been around for a long time. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me on social media. And also, we have an incredible amount of testimonials that literally say that what we are telling you is exactly what we do. It is really the difference. And yes, the education supports the coaching that we do. But I also want to tell you, if you're somebody who's like, I don't want to watch any videos, the videos are there to help you. And we have emails that you can copy and templates that you can use and all of the supporting materials to save you time. But if you never watched a video and you came to our coaching, you could still build an incredible business. Yes. Because every single week, we'll just tell you what to do. So for those of you who are like, I'm not doing any of that video watching, I don't have time for it, that's not a problem either. Okay. We do want you to get the most value by using what we've created for you, but we've got a way to make this work for everybody. One other thing I want to mention is with the fast track, I also opened up evening coaching hours. About half of our clients in the VIP, and actually in the fast track, before we closed it last year, they all work full time. And so they have bought our coaching and in our VIP paid a premium price. And not attended any coaching because they, in most cases, had a friend or somebody who told them, this is so good, you don't want to miss it. So they bought our coaching anyway, knowing they couldn't attend coaching. Now we have coaching in the evening so that for all of you guys that are working full time, or if you just had a crazy day with your kids, or if you were traveling or whatever, if that evening time is better for you, you can come join us. I'm super excited about that because I know so many people are building a side hustle, and there are no coaches that are coaching in the evening to help people get their business built.
It's true. Now, Debbie, I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
It's okay. So there is one of the qualities and values I admire the most in you. It's your sense of integrity, right? That is something we have talked several times about this. I think we might even have a podcast episode on this, but it is something that you, especially working for you, right? Like in your programs and being your client in the past, your integrity is sometimes annoying, right? You always use the example of you are that person at the grocery store who's like giving the pennies back because the lady gave you more money. Why did you decide to bring this back, the fast track back? I would love to, for everyone to hear, because I heard this story several times, but why did you decide to bring this back?
Okay, I'm going in. I'm going to tell you all of it. So first of all, let me set the stage. The fast track was open only for 14 months, actually. We have always had the VIP coaching experience, and there just got to be a place where so many people were saying, we need something that is more affordable, more accessible. And also, we don't have a lot of time. Like we mentioned, the fast track coaching is 1 hour a week, and it is either at noon on Mondays, Central Time, or 6 p.m. on Mondays. So for all the people who were like, I want to work with you, I know what you're doing works, I need it to be affordable, and I need to have it be like, just tell me what to do so I can get it done in 1 hour and I'll get it done. And it's intentionally on Mondays because we want people to come in on Monday and know what they're doing for the week. So after having the fast track open for 14 months, and honestly, like I said, we sold more fast track coaching. We had about 67 clients. I also want to point that out because sometimes as you guys are listening about us talking about coaching businesses, you have in your mind that we have thousands of people. We don't. We had 67 people in 14 months go through our program. So that wasn't 67 people at one time. That was 67 people in 14 months. You know, we are there and know every single person that's in there. But I got to a point where there were still people that were saying, I can't afford the fast track either. And so it was like, okay, how do we create something that's even more affordable? And just to be quite transparent and honest, I hired a coach who said, courses is the way to go. And, you know, one of my values is I don't like courses because I think courses have been something that's almost hurt the industry because at least from a business perspective, courses for other types of coaching are fine. But for business, I value answers, and I think people need answers and direction. So we closed the fast track to open up the Life Coach Business Building School. But I would not allow it to be a course without any coaching. So I said, I'm going to have one coaching session a month because I am not going to sell a course, even if it's $1,000, and not answer questions to some degree. We have to have some kind of way for people to get support. But in the end, I know with our team, and you included, Tice, I kept saying, let's make weekly coaching. Let's do it. I couldn't stand it because I knew that people were not getting the support. They weren't complaining to us. They were thrilled to be there. They were happy. I mean, people love it. They have renewed to stay in that program and will continue to renew to stay in it. So the program's not the problem. The problem is me. Yeah. I want to make sure that we can help people at the highest level so that they can achieve the goal faster. So nobody's waiting on me. So in the fast track, it was like, okay, that's the most affordable way. They can still meet us once a week. We have a Facebook group where you can connect with us, you know, throughout the week. You can follow our curriculum, but it's just like puts fuel on it to be able to meet us once a week. So I just wasn't in alignment with being in the course business. Now, I think, again, there's a place for courses, but not in the way that I want to serve our clients. I want to be a helper, and I want people to build businesses.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what I really admired you, and the decision that was when the fast track, when we decided to retire the fast track, you knew that was the most profitable and successful program you've had. But again, because you had, not blaming anyone whatsoever, we love your coach. But when you go with a coach, you're all in, right? And you apply what that person is teaching you. So that is the first thing of the integrity piece that I admire in you, is that we will do this, but it got to a point for you that wasn't aligned anymore. And you still poured your heart into the school, and it was great. I love the school. I love the clients that I got to see. But you're right. Like, we missed, both of us, we missed the connection. We missed understanding their business, knowing what they are doing. And there's no amount of money that can pay for that, right? It's not just selling something being disaligned or, not as aligned with what you wanted to create. And I love your perspective of, let's get back to what we know works, that we love providing, because we know we can give the results to those clients, right? The school, we didn't have that as much. Here we know that we can help you.
Yeah. And what I'm super excited about is this gave us an opportunity, even though it's only been since last July that we had our last clients finish in December. So it's not even 6 months since our last clients finished it. We're actually going to re-record our entire educational process live. So when you join the fast track, it's like a double bonus, because you're going to actually go with us live in a separate coaching session. So you're going to get double the coaching hours, because you'll be with us live as we redo every single coaching process that we teach, which means that I have an opportunity to update all the marketing to 100% current. I have an opportunity to talk about AI, which I'm super excited to talk about, how coaches integrate AI into their business in a way that works. Because right now, AI creates content and not clients. So we want it to work with you to become your best assistant and not just AI generated content. So we'll talk all about that. But it has been, Thais, since you were in our program, I believe, which was 2021, I think, that I actually recorded our content with clients live. So I've updated it. I update it every year, but I haven't done it with clients live. So we're doing that starting basically immediately. We're going through all of it, which is a super fun opportunity. So for those of you guys who do love to learn, this is live teaching on a topic, followed by question and answer on that specific topic. Then we have our regular Q&A, what I'll call our strategy coaching sessions that are not teaching. So this is like the best of both worlds.
I agree. And doing it live, you can just feel the energy of that the clients bring to a call.
Yeah. And let me tell you what Thais is doing here, you guys, because Thais came to work with me because I knew that there was a gap. I knew that I can teach you all the things to do. And every week I can tell you exactly what to do. We had coaching last night, for example, and I looked at somebody's workshop that they were working on, and she's not where she wants to be with it. So I analyzed what was going on, how many people were coming into the workshop, and what was the follow-up, and what was the replay, and who was watching it. Turns out I found out where some gaps were that she didn't even know that she wasn't doing, that I can just almost promise will change the results for the better. It will increase the conversions for her. That's something that she did not know or was not aware of. So, Thais, you are here because even though I teach people and I tell people what to do and I show them how to do it, and I even give that next step, like I've just described with the client, there still is mindset gaps that keep people from doing things. You're here because I said, look, I am a certified life coach, but I am so good at strategy. And I'm so good at telling people, and I'm good at that, you guys, not only because I've done it in my own business, but because I've done it for 25 years. I have lots of reps. Like, I've done lots of laps of this. I know how this works. And I've coached coaches and supported coaches in all kinds of niches. But still, the mindset gap that keeps you from doing your business is the problem, which is why I brought Thais in. She worked through our program. She was a stellar student. She created her own 6-figure business using our process. And now she's here as a safety net. And now I will say she's an incredible strategist because she's been around since 2021. So she actually knows my process. She's in on all the coaching calls. She's giving guidance. She knows all of our methodology, but where she shines is with the mindset. So When we go to record our content this summer, this is going to be super fun. When we get to a topic that we both know there is always a mindset gap in, Tice will do a special session on the mindset gap. Like, for example, selling feels sleazy. She'll do a mindset specific coaching around selling and the obstacles you might face so that you don't stop building your business.
Yes, 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 yes. That's why we are such a great team together, because that's building the business. You do have to have the strategy that you said you know so well. But for you to actually do that, you need to have the right mindset. And it's just like that growth mindset, right? And it is what you're saying. You can learn all the details of how to get a sales call, or right, some coaches will even give you a script that you memorize, and you know that, okay, 3 minutes in, this is the next questions I need to ask. We actually teach you, or Debbie teaches you, the authentic selling process, where it's a comfortable conversation that you have.
Yeah.
But still, if you're believing that it's sleazy, I don't like selling, I don't know what I'm doing here, that's mindset. So we need to organize the mindset even first, right? Like you understand what is happening to you, what you want it to be, how you want it to see yourself. Now you can feel that confidence to grow the sales process that you have. Really understand how to do it. I think everything comes down to the self-belief and confidence, right? You can build your business from the self-belief and confidence, and you need to achieve that through mindset. Yeah. And I love, like, the clients, sometimes they'll ask you a question for strategy, and I capture the mindset, the block that they have, or what they might be thinking with the question, and shift to, no, actually, you are doing this. Actually, you don't have a niche. That's my favorite one, when they come with niche drama. No, you don't have a niche drama. You're clarifying your niche by asking those questions. And that just that one shifts everything of how they see the niche problem that they might be having.
Yeah. So when people join us in the fast track or our VIP coaching experience, either one, right now we're talking about fast track, but when you come to work with us, what you should expect is to do the things you have not done. It is to be active on social media. It is to, and look, we know you're scared. We know you don't know what to say. We know that maybe you don't know how to do it. We had a client who said, can you tell me what a caption is? And I was like, thank you for asking that question, because if you don't understand that, right? And to you, the listener right now, you might be like, oh, Lord, like that's too basic. Look, we talk about all kinds of other things at your level too, but I'm just saying we provide a space where you can ask us anything, right? There's no question that isn't a question that should be asked. And I also always say, keep asking the question until you really understand what I'm explaining to you. But we are here in the fast track to make sure that you get your business built. Every one of you guys has a business right now. And I know I've been guilty of saying in the past, what you have is a hobby until you have clients. But in reality, let me be honest, you have a business. You're just not making money in your business. So you're here today, even listening to this, because you want to have a business where you're either making your first dollars or you're making more dollars, or you want to make money consistently. Whatever that is the objective of every bit of work that we do. So if you need accountability, a lot of you guys need that. You're like, just tell me what to do and then ask me, right? Mm-hmm. We will check in with you to make sure that you're doing with it. If that's the way you like to work, some of you guys are like me. I'm like, you don't need to check on me. I'll do my stuff. But everybody has a different personality, and we together need to learn what that is so we can support you in the way that fits for your business. So the goal is build a business with paying clients when you work with us in the fast track.
Yes, that is the main goal. I like how you just said I probably have said this too, right? If you don't have a client, you don't have a business. It's like, no, we don't need to be judgmental. And that is another thing that it goes back to the integrity. We see people as human beings, and we understand the fear and recitations that they all have, that we all have. But that's exactly right. Like, it's not that while you're using this little saying, this little quote, right? I don't have a business, I have a hobby. You're just judging yourself. And it's very hard for you to make progress from judgments. So what we wanted to see is that you don't have clients yet because you're not necessarily building the business. Let's build the business in such a way that you can receive the clients, that you can find those clients, you can connect with people, right? So that you can have the clients. So having business with no clients is optional. And when we're really true to ourselves, we can pinpoint the reasons why we don't have clients, right? Like maybe you don't know how to use a freebie. Maybe you don't know how to send emails. Maybe you don't know how to write emails. Maybe you don't know how to show up on social media. Maybe you know how to do captions, but you don't know how to say. All of those things are what we cover inside of the fast track, not just with the videos to teach you, but also answering the specific question of how do I record a reel, right? My first one ever. That's how you become a business with clients. So it's an important shift that we invite you to make, so that instead of building the business from judgment, because judgment brings shame and brings you not wanting to ask questions, to acceptance. This is where I am in business, and I want to be a profitable business owner.
Yeah. And then it's perfectly normal to not know how to do this stuff. This is another piece. It's like, there's a lot of, I think I should know. And I'm like, how would you know? How would you know how to write an email to somebody about your coaching business? How would you know what you should say on social media? How would you know what your bio should include on social media? How would you know if your offer is good, if your price is good? All of the questions that you have, in my estimation, are legitimate questions that are being overlooked. So maybe email marketing is being taught in the online space by a lot of big name people, and you guys probably know who they are, but they're talking about email marketing when you already have a big list. We're talking about email marketing when you don't want to email your friend and your sister's getting your emails maybe, and then nobody else will give you an email address. I have to help you learn how to to gather email addresses in a way that feels good to you, in a way that is effective and time efficient, so that you can have an email list, right? That's the thing, is everything that you're experiencing is justified, because how would you know how to be in business, in an online coaching business, unless you have what we call hand-holding support?
Yeah. And that it would go even one step further, or because when you say we're teaching you how to get the very first emails, yes, and we are actually helping you the step before that, right? How do you set up the tech that you need so that you can send the email and it's not coming from Gmail? So that is
Yes.
like how detailed we are. That it's not just you have to grow your email list, good luck, get a freebie. It's let's figure out which software is the best one for you to use to grow your email list, to send the emails. How do you have the email set up in this software? What are the buttons you need to click to get this done? That's the level of support that we offer inside of our coaching experience.
Okay, let's talk about who this is for. Number one, it is for not just a coach, and it's not just for a life coach. You could be supporting women in any type of niche. And when I say we have helped people in every niche possible, we have. Whether we're working with a birth coach right now, all types of weight loss, executive coaches, HR coaches, all kinds of trauma related coaches. I mean, any kind of coaching. Also, let me just say, you might be saying or wanting to tune me out right now because you're saying, I'm not a coach. I had somebody who said, I'm not a coach. And I'm like, yeah, but if you're in the online space, bringing people together, teaching them, talking to them, any of that, you might call yourself a consultant. You might call yourself a strategist. I don't care what the label is. The process for having clients is exactly the same as what we teach you. So remove the word coach. We do say life coach a lot, but that's just because that's a category of people that people understand. Oh yeah, we're talking to people who are building online businesses. Now I will say we do only work with women, and we mostly work with women who are finding themselves challenged with all of the how questions. How do I do this thing? They're confident and comfortable in their niche, in the passion, their commitment to helping people. It's just the how do I get the client part that is the person that we work with. So who is it for? It's for you if you're doing any of that stuff. It's for you if you want to like just fast track it. That's why it's called fast track. Like you just say, Debbie or Thais, tell me every single week what to do and I will do it. It's for you if you need like accountability because you don't even want to do it, but yet you want to be a coach with clients. We take care of people just like you too. It's for you if you love to learn and you don't want to be stuck in the cycle of learning. We have you might identify as a learner. We have a lot of those. So if you're a learner and now it's like time to get it in gear, let's get this thing done. We help people just like you too. So if you are ready to have, again, either your first clients, launch group programs, do private coaching, grow to the next level, set up automation. If you want a step-by-step business process, if you want your business to be organized, if you want to look like a professional, those are all things that we cover.
Yes, 100%. And I think also in the very beginning, I was talking about the money and how it's not the decision making, because yes, the fast track, we're only meeting once a week. We have some differences from the VIP. It's cheaper, it's less expensive than the VIP. But I would be one of those who'd be like, okay, give me the cheapest one and I will do that. But with this program, it's the main difference is the level of support that you receive. So that's where instead of you thinking of how much money you would spend, it's more of what type of learner or doer I am, that I know what type of support that I need. So when I came to work with you, you didn't have the fast track.
Yeah.
And I am grateful because I would probably have chosen it and I would be smoked because those ladies are doers, right? The person who decides to do the fast track and does it really well, they know they only have 1 hour a week to work with you and they will do it really quick. I am not like that at all. To this day, I am, and Debbie knows because she's my coach too. I take a very long time. I have an idea, and then I will share my idea with her. And then, right, I need the handheld experience. I need her to be reassuring me that I'm okay doing this, that it's okay to try something new. I needed that VIP support that we meet several times a week and we discuss every single details. And she would read all of everything that I write. The VIP, we have that level of support where we can even maybe watch your workshop and give you feedback on what you're doing. The fast track is just that fast pace. Let's get the business built. And that's why you need to understand who you are and how you learn best. I am not very good at this fast pace experience because I like to take my time. I'm a 6 Enneagram.
Yeah.
I like to do things slowly and be sure that things are working well. That's the main difference. So really, instead of thinking of the money of how much you spend on this program, really understand who you are and how you learn and how you can get the business built. In the VIP, if you like the fast track, if you like the fast life and doing and thinking, fast track is amazing and you can get so much results from this. If you're a little bit on the slower side, I would invite you to just take a better look at what the VIP has to offer.
So let me just say, for those of you who now might be thinking maybe it's not enough support, we're talking about 26 hours of coaching. And I don't mean 26 hours of small talk, 26 hours, 26 weeks you work with us of us telling you exactly what to do. It's having that discussion that you need to have that's got you jammed up to get the clarity to go on to the next thing. It's having you say, but wait, but all of that stuff gets cleared up every single time we meet. Again, I want to emphasize this is not a program with hundreds of people. I just told you the size of our group when we started. So it is an intimate setting where you're able to get the support you need. And also, when you join the fast track right now, as we're reopening it, you get the 20 something hours of extra training. We don't know exactly how much that's going to be. It'll be around that amount of extra training. And those are basically extra coaching sessions. This is the most incredible time to join. Plus, let me answer an objection that you may have right now. You're like, I'm going into summer. I think I'll wait. And I'm going to tell you, you don't want to wait because I'm going to gift you an entire extra month of coaching right now so that you can take your vacation, because we believe in taking vacation. So take your vacation. I'll give you a whole extra month of coaching right now when you are one of the founders of our brand new fast track coaching experience. Gosh, super excited for that. Again, we have 2 different times that you can meet us. We have a beautiful community of women that actually meet and support themselves outside of our coaching. We're in the Facebook group with you. We have the evening times that are available for you. We have Thais, who is mindset coaching. You will have all of the shortcuts and the education. One thing I'll just mention as another note is if you are working with us and you're like, Debbie, I don't know how to write this email, what should it say? If I think that it's something that everybody might like, that's a great question. I'll just write the email for you and we will add it as a resource. So somebody said, how do I announce my website is live? And I'm like, well, let me just write the email for you. And then we'll add it as a template so everybody can use it, right? So it's just a resource that we can direct somebody to. Hey, if you're launching your website, here's how you launch your website. And, or maybe you've actually have a website that you've never launched. So I would say to you, like, I would recommend that you send this email to people. So anyway, we will meet you where you are. We'll honor your time and make sure that if you are here to get clients, that's what we're here to help you do as well.
Yes, that's absolutely right. And again, what you just said right there, right? Like maybe you might be thinking this is not enough support, 1 hour a week. I would probably be that person thinking the same thing, Debbie, until I saw what those women were able to accomplish. Because when you have a whole group of women working together and having that grit together, it gets something in you to do more than what you thought maybe you were comfortable doing. So it's contagious, right? Like the energy is absolutely contagious. Yeah, I'm super excited to be working with the Fast Track again.
All right, here's the bottom line, guys. Right now, when you join for a limited time, prior to the time that we have our first live coaching session, which is just in a few days, you can save $800. Regular price for the new Fast Track is $3,200. You can join today for $2,400. And I'll make it easy for you. If you need to make payments, I won't even upcharge the payment. So it's going to be 6 payments of $400. Now, how many coaches just tell you the price up front? This is how sure I am about what we're offering. This is how confident I am in the value. I don't know where you could work with anyone and basically get full-on direction on your business, consulting, strategy, education, support, cheat sheets, graphics, everything that you need. We also teach all the tech. We have a tech training university where we teach all the tech. I don't know where you could do that for $400 a month. I don't know any coaching program anywhere that does that. Again, with the ultimate idea that you come out of this reaching your goal, which is to get clients. Then we're gifting you a full extra month of coaching, and we're offering you the ability to join us live as we redo, refresh, and bring up current all of our trainings that we do over the next probably 4 months of weekly education and Q&A sessions that we will refresh our content with. So it is an incredible opportunity that is available for a very short time because we're starting just almost immediately with the new program. Now you've got the times, the price, the bonuses. There are some, by the way, there are some pay in full bonuses. There is also an incredible social media bonus that is a BOGO offer. I won't go into all the details about that, but it is basically a complete how to do social media, including video editing, captions, graphics, all of it. That is a buy one, get one free right now compliment. See, I'm sweetening the deal, enticing you to join us because I believe in this program that much. So anything else you want to say, Thais, as we wrap this up?
No, I am extremely excited to be working with the Fast Track again. I love the VIP clients. I think they are very, very wonderful. And the Fast Track is just a different flavor, right? Like it's that fast pace, let's get this done. And I love the bonuses, Debbie, that you have offered because it's really a way to make it enticing, right? To really help them make the decision because the program is so wonderful. So I really do appreciate how great you are at doing those things and just giving, right? You're really good at giving. Appreciate that very much.
Okay, guys, make sure you schedule a time with me. If you are on the fence at all, there is no time to wait. DebbieShadid.com/schedule. Get on my calendar. But I also want to entice you with one more thing. I know I'm pulling out all the stops. I'm offering some bonus private coaching sessions. Now, to put this into perspective, my private coaching is $10,000. I don't say that to brag. I'm just saying that is really what I charge. So I'm offering for the first few people who join us in the fast track. So if you think you want to do this, decide now and let's do it. I'm offering a jumpstart coaching session where I'll get all the clarity that you need. In one coaching session, it depends on where you're at with your business, but you will walk away with a roadmap for how you're going to work through your business. It will propel your business growth. I really can comfortably say that. Then we'll also have a wrap-up session so that you will not leave our coaching not knowing what you're doing next. Okay. So there's a limited number of those available because that's based on the time that I have. Anyway, it would be our honor. I can speak for both of us, our honor to have you bet on yourself, and to come to us and say, I believe you guys can help us and I need your support. I need you to help push me to get to where I want to go to. We're here for you. So thank you so much. I cannot wait to see you in the fast track. Thais, thanks for being an incredible strategist, an incredible mindset coach, incredible friend, and not just to me, but to all of our clients as well.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you.
All right. Much love, you guys. We'll see you in the fast track.
Bye.